Hi, David O'Sullivan here. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. In this video I'm going to be counting down my top 5 all-time favourite Christmas films. These aren't necessarily going to be the best Christmas films, but just my personal favourites, the ones that I enjoy the most, the ones that I really like and I find most entertaining and enjoyable to watch, and the ones that I put on every year and I just really enjoy watching and have a great time. So yeah, there we go. So without further ado, let's kick this off with the first film on the list. At number 5, it's The Grinch. I really like The Grinch. It's not one of the best Christmas films. It's not really an amazing film, but what it is a great showcase for Jim Carrey. I really like Jim Carrey. He's one of my favourite comic actors. He's a great physical actor, and The Grinch was just perfect for him. It was a great fit for that character. I couldn't imagine anybody else doing as good a job as he did in that part. It was just perfect for him. The energy and enthusiasm and physicality he brought to that character was just perfect. It was spot on. And even though Jim Carrey in his mannerisms and his voice is very recognisable, as the Grinch in that makeup he looked almost unrecognisable. He just really transformed himself into that character. And I've heard that he didn't really like the whole process of the makeup and the costume and that, but it was worth it because he looked the part and he did a fantastic job. It was just so much fun to watch. You watch the film before Jim Carrey and it was just great, so much fun. At number 4, it's Hook. Hook's a very divisive film. It's loved by loads of people, but then a lot of people really don't like it and don't think it's that great. Even like the cast and crew didn't like it at the time, didn't think it was that great. But I'm one of the people that really loves Hook. I grew up with Hook. It was one of my favourite films as a kid. It's one of my favourite kind of childhood nostalgia films. I just love it. I just remember having it on video and watching it all the time. I'm a massive Robin Williams fan. I just love everything Robin Williams has done. I think he's just, in every performance, in every film, even if it's a bad film, Robin Williams always gives a brilliant, amazing performance, and he really, makes the film. And it's the same in Hook, directed by Steven Spielberg, which not many people know, I don't think. Robin Williams plays an older Peter Pan who's kind of forgotten who he was, and then the film is about him remembering who he was and learning what it is to be a kid again and to have fun. And I just loved the whole story. A lot of people didn't like the whole twist, but I liked it. It made it feel fresh and different. I loved the fact that it was like Peter Pan learning what it was to be a kid again and to have fun. That scene when he re-becomes Peter Pan and remembers who he is and remembers how to fly. Oh, it's just such a great scene. I just love it, everything about it. Robin Williams' performance, the visuals, how it's all shot, the music by John Williams. It's just, I just absolutely love it. It's not a perfect film, not by any means. It has flaws, definitely, but it's just such a fun, feel-good factor kind of film. And you can just put it on and it just makes you feel like a kid again, and you just can have so much fun watching Hook. Number 3, it's The Polar Express. I absolutely love The Polar Express. I don't think as many people love it as much as I do, but I remember watching it when it first came out and I just really loved it. I could really connect with the film. I think it's a really good Christmas film. Directed by Robert Zemeckis, great director, one of my favourite directors. And Tom Hanks, of course, does a lot of the voices. And Tom Hanks is just great in everything he does, and his voice is great. Of course, he does the voice of Woody in the Toy Story films. The animation, it doesn't look as good now as it did back when it came out. I mean, first when it came out, it was like, oh my god, this is really cool, because it's kind of like, realistic kind of animation. It's animation, but they're making it try to look like real people. And yeah, I remember being like blown away when it first came out, like, wow, this is really cool and different. I just loved it. I still really love it now. And like I said, it's quite different to a lot of Christmas films. It's not a typical cheesy kind of Christmas film that we've seen loads of times before. It's got a really unique and different and interesting story about the whole train and the trip to the North Pole, and about this boy who he's quite sceptical, doesn't believe in Santa anymore. And then he goes on this magical journey that makes him believe again. I love the whole message to it and how it all plays out across the story. Him believing again in Christmas, and I love it. I think it's great. Number 2, it's Miracle on 34th Street. And this is the 1994 version, I think it is. Yeah, I haven't seen the original version, but I absolutely love this 1994 version with Richard Attenborough. It's one of my all-time favourite Christmas films, and probably one of my favourite films in general. I just think it's great. I remember watching it when I was a kid, and I just absolutely loved it. It was one of my favourite films as a kid. Yeah, I can still watch it now, and it's just such a great film, and it's got a great, like Polar Express, it's not a typical cheesy, kiddie film. It's got kind of a really important kind of message to it. It's about like what it would be like if Santa was a real person. What would happen if he was this real person in a real world? How people react to him. The whole notion of a real Santa, how people react. And I think it's great. It plays out really well across the whole film, culminating in the whole court scene at the end, and it's just great how they're able to convince everybody that he is Santa. Richard Attenborough is just great in that part. You really buy into the fact that he's the real Santa. He looks the part, he acts the part. He's just a great actor. He'll be missed. He just did a great job in this film. It's just a great, magical, fun Christmas film, and a really great film. Number 1, it's Elf. Oh my god, Elf, I think it's just one of the best Christmas films, and it's probably my personal favourite of them all. It's loved by a lot of people, and I really love it as well. It's just great. I mean, what is there not to like about Elf? I mean, it's just such good fun. Almost everyone I've met and talked about loves Elf as well, and it's just, how could you not like Elf? It's like a Christmas comedy film, and it's great because it's a great Christmas film, and it's a great comedy film, and it just makes such a good combination. Will Ferrell as a Buddy the Elf, oh my god, just probably one of my favourite performances he's ever given, maybe even my favourite Will Ferrell performance, I don't know. But he's just so great in that part. You really buy into the fact that he's just this man-child who's like, he doesn't really, who thinks he's an elf. He doesn't really know anything about human culture and life. It just makes for some really funny moments. There's really touching, magical, and just fun, feel-good factor moments. It's just a great Christmas film, and it's just great because it's kind of like a timeless classic. I mean, it came out 12 years ago now, but it hasn't aged a day. You can watch it now, and it's still just as funny. I really think it's going to be an ageless kind of film because you watch it now and it's just as funny still, and it's like a Christmas film, but it's also a comedy film as well, and it's just as good as both. And yeah, Elf is just one of my favourite Christmas films of all time. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed watching me talk about my favourite Christmas films. These are just 5 of my favourites. There are lots of others that I really like as well, but I wanted to narrow it down to just my 5 personal favourites, the ones that I remember watching as a kid and really loving, and that I still really love now, and I still watch every year and have just a great fun time. So there we go, that was my top 5 favourite Christmas films. If you like this video, make sure to click subscribe to see more, but for now, I've been David O'Sullivan. I'll see you next time.